The First Amendment is the most important of our constitutional rights. We have the right, without having Congress to pass any laws that will restrict me of my exercise of the freedom of my speech, the freedom where I want to worship, and any other type of expression I want to do. The government cannot interfere with that.
And we're able to not be controlled by what we can say. And as you can see nowadays, you can see that they're controlling the narrative, and they're not letting freedom of speech go out because we're being censored, and that's a problem. And also the freedom of religion, we've been kind of taking that away too. Especially we saw it during COVID that they shut down our doors, and we were taking our rights to meet as a church were taken away.
It is important to me because I have the freedom to express what I think, my thoughts, my opinions. Unlike in some countries, I know during the communism in Ukraine, everyone was very, very careful what they said, and there are certain things they're not allowed to speak of or talk about, especially if it was against the government.
I think it's very important that we have the right to petition. This has been such a huge thing, especially in the past 40 to 50 years, as abortion has been on the rise, and we as believers have been fighting against abortion. So even just protesting on the street or leading marches or praying against abortion has been huge and has caused such a turnover in the Supreme Court. So as believers, I think it's important that we're able to take advantage of that right to petition.
It is important to me because that gives us our right to believe in Jesus and to believe what we believe without being persecuted from it. A lot of countries don't have that same right. And think about it, if that's the amendment that allows you to be able to go to heaven in a way, or to spread the word of God, I think that to me is the most important thing of like, yeah, I'm allowed to be a Christian here. And if I went somewhere else that didn't have the First Amendment, I might be killed. I don't know about you, but I like living. So I think that's the most important part.
The First Amendment to me is the foundation of our country and what makes it unique, that we have freedom from the government establishing religion and freedom to practice whatever religion we believe in, and that's important for everybody. Also, freedom of speech, freedom of press, and freedom to gather. I think that the shutdown that happened with COVID was a very good reminder of how precious those freedoms are, and the idea of smaller government and protecting the rights of the citizens really was brought to light during that time. So having that preserved and protected means more than ever, and our rights to practice our faith, speak about our faith, gather, and have the freedom from the government, imposing itself on that is very foundational to our country.